Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is a process video for two things. One of them I am joining. I've never done this before, so it's Christmas in. So you do a YouTube, Instagram. It's the 25th of every month and it's to get your Christmas layouts done. And then I have joined and I am back with Simple Story Saturdays where we use simple stories on our collection. And so since I am doing something brand new, and this is the last video. So I did 5 process videos while I was at a crop in the beginning of January, and this is the last video that you will see up, and then my regular bottom, however you want to say it, is done and looking good. So let me pull up what I did. So the Christmas in, typically I don't necessarily need to do the Christmas in one. I haven't had to do it in the past, because I've always been caught up. Well, I'm still in 2022 for my Christmas photos, and I don't like the fact that I'm behind. So this is a good crop for me, or a good YouTube hop, I should say, to use for this particular setup due to the fact that I'm behind. I want to get caught up so where I am just behind, a year behind. So what I do is that when December 2025 comes around, which is this year, I want it to be where then I come and I am scrapbooking 2024. So I've got some years to get caught up on. I am going to bring back Christmas in July, and all of my photos are going to be Christmas layouts, just so that I can get closer to being caught up and that I don't feel like I'm completely behind. So anyway, and then Simple Stories. The Simple Stories, obviously we use Simple Stories on our layouts. And the collection that I'm using is from the Scrap Room, December 2024. And it's the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Yuletide. And it's their sketch as well. So I am kind of using two things. I'm using their kit and their sketches. Oh golly, do I love their kits. They're simple, they're easy. I get one layout. Now for me, I get one layout because I am very much paper and heavy, a heavy paper and a heavy embellisher. But I do know that a lot of individuals can do 2 pages or a 2-page spread typically with their items as well. I get the extra embellishment kit along with their regular flavors of the month. I do not get the paper kit, and I do not get the double, I think it's it's something double kit as well. I don't do that one because that one's made for like 2-page spreads. And I typically don't get that one. Actually, I don't get that. The only 2 that I get is the flavors of the month and then the embellishment, so that I have enough, because I learned my lesson. The first few months that I used theirs back, golly, I think I've been now doing it. I think this is like 2 years now that I've been on them, because it's been about 3 years since I stopped the hip kit. And I love the hip kit. I just preferred these guys over them. And then I have started in looking at not just for boys kit club as well. I've been looking at them too because I like some of their collections. And I did actually purchase their Christmas one that is in my stash that I will be using whenever I can get to my Christmas layouts and I see what I'm doing in that regards. So kits are one of the favorite things for me. So here I am. I'm just using the sketch that they have. It's pretty much pretty straightforward. What I did is that instead of having just 2 photos that they've had in like a big journaling spot, I made it a picture. And then I'm going to put, I think, my title doesn't go in the middle. I put like some stars and stuff to kind of bridge the gap. But the photos that I am doing is this particular year at school, we all had a theme that was down our hallway. And mine was snowflakes for 4th grade. And so I went and purchased Frosty the Snowman's kit of like Frosty the Snowman. And I dressed up the one day that we were supposed to dress up like snowmen. I went and purchased this. I knew about it ahead of time. And that is what you see me in. Well, kindergarten had the fireplace. And let me tell you, I spent all morning long during arrival time, like when all the kids were coming in, I was hustling down all of the hallways, acting like a crazy snowman, just saying, hi, how are you? The kids were they were just, it was a riot for them. They just were like, oh my gosh, there's Frosty the Snowman came to life, and the teachers knew it was me, but we had down kindergarten, their one was fireplace. So they turned theirs into like the gingerbread, and they had a fireplace in the middle, and then they had a brick wall, and that's what I'm standing by. And I took some photos as if I was Frosty the Snowman and by the fire, because he was cold, and you know how he melts and all of this stuff. So I thought that it would be perfect in that regards, and doing all of that fun stuff. So that is what these photos are. And my title is called Holiday Spirits, or Fa La 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 Holiday Spirits, because these kids enjoyed the crazy, Frosty the Snowman. Even the middle schoolers, because we were still a middle school yet at this time too. Even the middle schoolers, all of those kids knew who I was, because I taught all of them at that time, or almost all of them, or I have taught like their siblings, and they knew who I was. And because of Car Rider and all of that type of stuff, I'm just pretty well known. Everybody just knows who Webber is. And so they enjoyed it. Some of them were like, what in God's green earth are you doing? But then others were like, oh, here comes Webber. Crazy Webber walking down the hallway doing something crazy. Just, to keep the spirits up and all of that. I just had a lot of fun with this year with the spirits and holiday, and just getting to the end of before Christmas, because kids don't, between between Thanksgiving and Christmas, these kids, Lord Jesus, they just don't do anything. They want to, but they don't. They just know that in a couple weeks they've got another big break, and that's all they care about. And so this was fun. But I'm just going through, and I'm just kind of doing my embellishment thing that I know how to do best. And the thing is that with the scrap room, because there's little bits, and this is why I love them so much, they challenge me on the little things that they do give me on how I can embellish heavy or not embellish so much. And this particular one, I embellished pretty heavily between what they gave me in their embellish pack and then what they gave me in the kit. And it worked out really well. I loved how this turned out. I think that this is just a really cute layout. I do kind of, I will admit, I do something that I typically don't do. I try to stick to what the task is hand, but I did kind of cheat, and I got out two different ones. I got out the Tim Holtz Distress Spritz, the Antique Linen, and then the Spiegelmom Scraps. Oh, I'm so sad that she's no longer available. The gift wrapped, which is the Christmas collection that I wanted to splatter on the sides just to add that little bit of bling, because I gotta have it with Christmas. And that is what I did with this. Make sure you go check out both hops. They'll be down in the description. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. I do upload between 2 to 3 times a week, collaborations, design teams, all of the fun stuff. I then also was just kind of going through, if you want to know, the jewel picker is a jewel picker. That's what I use for my sequins. I am using right there, it is art glitter glue. That's been my go-to now ever since that I have worked with it. Oh man, it's amazing. I love it. It works just awesome. It's just awesome. I love it all. And then, the Holiday Spirits is from Colorcast Designs. And I will link the scrap room and the Colorcast designs down below, but unfortunately I cannot link any more Spiegelmom scraps because they are no longer in business. But I still love Jody, and I am going to cherish all of the little sequin mixes that I do have left over. I got a bin, and I'm going to use them as sparingly as much as I possibly can, because I do love their stuff. So this is where I come in with the Distress Spritz. I am going to tell you right now, I don't care if you're a Heidi Swap fan or not. This is my new favorite gold. It is the best. I love it. So the still shots are coming up. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.